I never said I was perfect. Now, family, Somalia up over here making us shine. They're making us look so damn good. You know what I'm saying? Up over here asking for reparations, and the United States of America saved you out of your country. Did you hear our president call your country a shithole country? Remember that? How you gonna get saved from Somalia? Come up over here, dirt broke, ain't got nothing, and sap on all the resources that America has to provide for anybody, and then come over here, ask for rep. Are you serious? Y'all making us look so damn good. You just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? We've been fighting for our inheritance of money, wealth that was stole from us. Still fighting for it to this day. Now, I don't know if y'all understand, from 1619 all the way to 1865, the era of enslavement of black people in this country. Chattel slavery. For over 2 centuries, millions of Africans were treated as property, stripped of human rights, and forced into perpetual, inheritable bondage. When have y'all, when was you passed to one white family to another white family as an inheritance, trapped in bondage and chattel slavery, meaning that you was born a slave, you'll die a slave, and everybody you know will be born a slave and die a slave who are Somalians. It never happened to you in this country for over 4 centuries, 400 years that happened. Okay, to this day, United States of America has medical experimentations on black people. This is why black people don't like going to the doctor, because whatever we have in us will cure this whole world. I remember one time I went to the doctor. I told them I was sick. They started taking out vials of my blood. They was asking me, they was like, Jehoshaphat, can we get some more of your blood? Can we get some more of my blood? They can't tell me what's wrong with me, but they sure want my blood to experiment on. Black people have been medically experimented on this in this country since the early 1600s, all the way to this day, all the way to 2026. Ain't nothing changed for black people, but y'all asking for reparation. It is hilarious to see this. The separation of our families. We have really never had a chance to be unified in a family and have a family structure, because the United States of America is always doing something to black families. It's been documented. You can't sit up here and say, oh, well, Jehoshaphat, you being too hard on America. All of this stuff that I'm reading off of my list is documented. It's all on the internet. Everybody already knows all of these things. But to see Somalian people asking for reparation, it makes us look so damn good. Me and my people been on a fight for our reparations for 160 years. Peace and blessings to everybody out in there. I see you. I see you. Thumbs up for your brother. I'm just sitting up over here. I only got 10 minutes, but I'm sitting up over here tripping. I'm tripping off the fact that Somalian people are asking for reparations for what? They never had no they ain't had no medical experimentation on Somali people. They ain't never had their families separated. It wasn't codes put together to suppress Somali people. We have something called slave codes. What do you mean, Jehoshaphat? Slave codes was invented in the 1680s to, what does this say? Which allowed for 30 lashes to any black person who struck a white person. We had all these damn codes put on us. As you look at the post-Civil War and Reconstruction, the violence that was done on black folks from 1865 all the way to 1877, all the mass murders of black people, all the historical towns and cities that we built that's sitting underwater, burnt down to a ground. If you looked at them, you probably wouldn't even find it on a map because there was so many of them. Okay. So during the Reconstruction era from what was it, 1866 to 1873, America was supposed to be building up black people, closing the wealth gap between black people and white people, but that never took place. Just like our promise of 40 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? 2 times you had the 40 acres and a mule, you broke that promise. Then you had another chance in Reconstruction. Never happened. You know what I'm saying? It never happened for black people. Now, there was something called black codes. It was laws passed to limit the newly inquired civil rights of black Americans, including voting restrictions and labor control, meaning that we can only work in certain different places. You know what I'm saying? They only allow us so much. And as Dr. Claude Anderson said so long ago, we only owe 1% of America's wealth to this day. It doesn't matter of the people that the black folk that you see that got money, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? All of us together, we only atone for 1% of America's wealth. But y'all asking for reparations. It's a damn shame. So we had the whole Jim Crow era that lasted from 1877 all the way till 1960. And my people had to come out and fight for their liberties. They had to fight for their equalities. They had to fight for their justice. They had to fight for their freedoms. After we was so-called pseudo set free from slavery, after we had to fight for it just to be set free. But y'all want reparations, right? That's what y'all asking for. Y'all asking my people, tax-paying citizens, to pay for you to go sit on your ass and don't do nothing and don't contribute to America? Oh, hell no, we not having this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make us look so damn good. So we had legalized segregation, Jim Crow laws that was placed on black people, restricting where we work at, where we can eat, where we could go to school at, where we could travel to. You know what I'm saying? And we know as black people, if we got caught outside of that, all they did to us was hang us on trees. That's what they, to this day, family, to this day, if a black person is in the wrong place around those people, they got a large chance of being unalived. I'm not going to play with y'all. I'm not going to sit up here and play some damn game with y'all, not giving y'all the truth of truthful events that took place in this country. Okay, there was legalized segregation, meaning you put all the black people on one side, you make sure that you don't put none of their tax-paying money into their community. So this is how the ghettos and the hoods were born. The only reason why there's ghettos and there's hood, because there's lack of progress of money being issued to black people for infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? All of our tax dollars went out of the black community, but never came back. Okay, racialized race riots and massacres. Oh, we seen. Let's go over some of them. It was the Atlanta race riot of 1906. Red Summer, 1919. Y'all wasn't even here, but black people was over here fighting for our life, fighting to stay alive. Shouts out to my brother MHA fan. Boy, good morning to you, brother. Good morning to you. Okay, we had the Tulsa racial massacre of 1921. This is why I say you got all these cities and all of these towns that black people founded that the white people just murdered us. They massacred us and made sure that we only had one iota of American wealth. This is why there's a racial wealth gap between black people and white people. We never got a chance. Well, we had a chance to build, but the racist white people just burned it down. So they sit over there pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Every time we pulled ourselves up, you just kicked us down. You really did, all the way to this time right now. Okay, Rosewood in 1923. That was in Florida. That place was burned down to the ground, all over lies. You know what I'm saying? And all it take was one white woman saying he touched my booty, and 10,000 black people got to die. But y'all asking for reparations. Y'all need to get out. Okay, post-civil rights and modern era. This is something involving redlining, the restriction, systematic preventions of black families from buying homes in white neighborhoods and creating lasting wealth gap. All the way to this day right now. That's what you see that's affecting black folk. Systematic environmental racism. What do you mean? They put certain things in black neighborhoods to kill black people. They put stuff in the water to kill black people. You know what I'm saying? They don't give us the right medicine that we need to actually live. So there's actually environmental warfare done on black folk to this very day. But oh, I forgot. I forgot y'all asking for reparations, but y'all ain't never received none of these harms. You never fought for this country. You never shed no damn blood. I'm feeling a sense of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a large sense of entitlement. Like you feel like we owe you something. It's my people sitting over here paying all these taxes. And you think we gonna pay your reparations? You got to be out your damn mind. Okay. Modern day racialized violence. When have y'all ever had something like that? Healthcare disparities. What does that mean? Y'all never go through nothing like that. So as I look at the systematic environmental racism, when has that ever happened to Somali people in this country? When have okay, I just read a long list of all the stuff, and that's just a fraction of all the stuff that's been happening to my people. Now, on the other side, when have any of those things happened to y'all? Never has happened. When have Somali people have contributed to anything in America? Was you here in the Civil War? Was you here in the War of Independence? Okay, you wasn't here for that. Okay. From Iraq to Afghanistan to Japan, all the way back to South Korea. Was you involved in any of those wars? You wasn't, huh? You need to shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you talk about. The era of enslavement. Never had anything like that done. So this is why I say Somali people make us look real good, because people gonna start looking at us of all the truth on all the stuff that happened to us and still happening to this day. Then you got people that come over to this country and they think they're owed something. What do we owe you? You've already, okay, white people used to say, you live in America, that's your reparations. I'm telling you, you're Somali. You live in America. That is your reparations. As far as the reparations, you'll never get no reparations from these people like that. It'll never happen, but we will. You know what I'm saying? We will. So I just want to end it right there. I see you in the chat. Peace and blessings be to you. It just blew my mind, family, to see that Somalian people really got on the TV, got on the news, and they're sitting up here and they're demanding reparation. It blows my mind, family. It blows my mind. But peace and blessings be to you. Glory, glory to the eternal living God.